State University. This is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Wow, it is Tuesday morning. How do you like this? We are back in the studio, and it is live August 17th, 2021. Wow, it's Tuesday.
I noticed you had to check the piece of paper there to know what day it is.
I did, mostly for the year, not the day.
That's all right. I still don't know what day it is.
Hey, everybody. I'm Bob Plass. This is the Westfield Done Weekend Show, and I am here with my trusty, dusty, lusty, musty, crusty, and well-modulated and long-missed sidekick. It feels so good to be back with JPEG.
I'm a misty sidekick. Is that what it is?
Misty. Now that was what misty means.
Misty.
Means.
Okay.
I missed you a lot.
Okay.
I missed you a lot. And
misty for me.
Yeah. And in the center box is Peter Coles, the kitten of the key. Yeah. And
good morning, Mr. Coles.
He has
good
returned. He returned last week. I and Jay took another week off because we were away. To do some stuff, but we might talk about. But I had a great. My God, was it 5 weeks or 6 weeks? Peter, how long were we gone?
Forever. It was officially forever.
Four. You were gone only 4 weeks, but it was 5 for me.
No, it was 4 Tuesdays.
4 Tuesdays.
Well, no, 5 for you because you took that last Tuesday off.
Right,
yes.
5 Tuesdays.
Is that like 5 moons? No,
that's
would
a
be
full
5
cycle.
Months. A full cycle.
Yeah, it's a full
a lunar cycle.
It's a totally lunar cycle.
So we were gone for one lunar cycle.
One solid lunar
turn of the moon.
And then one turn of the moon.
Which is proof that we're loony.
Absolutely.
Okay, it makes all the sense in the world.
I'm not. What's the word? I'm still stuttering, folks. Let's put it that way. Hey. I wore blue today for the first time in must be since we left the studio up at Westfield State and came down here.
I don't pay attention to that. You wore blue for the first time since we left Westfield State. Now, maybe I should, but I don't pay attention to what color I wear every day.
You don't?
No.
Oh.
Like I'm wearing this powder blue.
You're wearing a powder blue. I'm wearing black. I wear a lot of black lately.
So occasionally I powder my blue.
You powder your blue. Geez.
Let's just keep going.
Well,
okay.
Maybe that's the difference between the two of us, or the three of us.
You wear a lot of blue?
No, that I pay attention to what I'm wearing. I have a section in my closet, and it was what I wore.
That?
Oh.
Well, they always wear brown, I believe.
Oh, listen. Oh, yeah. This is over in my closet at the monk's home.
That leads into where Bob's going.
They don't wear blue. Right. They don't wear blue.
I have everything lined up, and so I know what I wore yesterday and what I wore the day before, and I usually try.
The bell scares me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, is
For
Said
who?
you wear a lot of black belt.
I'm beginning to think I might go out in the mountains and search for Maria.
For whom the bell tolls.
That's a Sound of Music reference. She's out in the hills playing here, Jay. Oh, yeah,
all right.
Yeah. How lovely was that? Hey,
Said you wear a lot of black lately.
I got that. Finally, it took me.
Jesus,
oh my
Bob.
God, help me. So maybe that's maybe you don't look at what your clothes. Do you pick out clothes for the season or anything like that?
I'm lucky to pick out clothes for the morning.
Correct.
Really? Yeah,
I would agree.
So you don't.
It's whatever's on top of the pile.
You don't go out there. I have that in my.
Oh, we've all been there.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know when I've got
just
down
is.
to a certain jockey short underwear that I wore in Italy when I first.
All right.
met
Now
Jay.
that's way more than I needed.
That-
Yeah, that's a
I-
little too much info there, Bob.
I've got something hanging.
Yeah, there's a flu fly in here
Oh,
somewhere.
there's
A flu fly?
A flu fly.
Flu fly. Shoe fly, don't bother me.
Yeah. Yeah. So at any rate, we.
Hey, Bob, I got a gripe this morning.
What is the gripe?
You got a gripe every morning.
No, this
You
is
just
actually
have a new one this morning.
This is a funny one. I have now discovered how deep the cabinet underneath my sink goes.
Oh, God.
To the next house?
Did you reach to the back of it? I'm not sure. I want to know what you
Pretty clo-
found.
No, I have to clean it out because my landlord's coming over today. I bought a new sink fixture, one of those up and over. You kind of pull it out. It's got the sprayer all built into it
Okay.
for my kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
nice.
I need a better sprayer. The sprayer's leaking. It needs to go.
Yeah.
And then to replace the sprayer, I replaced one of those things you see in a bar that you push down on and it sprays, rinses the inside of a glass.
Oh, real? Oh,
Yes.
Like a hose?
No, this is just it's a flat surface.
Right.
It's got a pressure switch. You put your glass down and it sprays the inside and cleans it out.
It's a beverage glass bidet.
Yes, that's it.
Oh,
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
wow. Pretty
So-
classy.
So to get prepared, because my landlord's going to swap out the thing, he doesn't want me to flood the house.
Uh-huh.
I have to clean it out. Well, I didn't realize how much crap is in there.
Oh, it's
I bet.
amazing. If you've been
And
to
I
a-
realized I have Swiffer dusters to save me a lifetime because I thought I was out. And I have more sponges than I can shake a stick at.
the thing,
And I'm
we've
still
all
not
got
done.
that. We've all got this because you know
Yeah.
anybody that's lived any place for more than a few years has that one drawer that everything goes in. And you forget what you put in there, but it's the miscellaneous drawer, right? And stuff is
I
in
have
there.
that too, but
well, when you go to clean it out, there's stuff that you haven't seen in years. That's where that went.
right.
Yeah. Because you're, I know it because I have a drawer like that right on my bureau next to the bed, which is my bureau, not James's. James has his own area. So it's this bureau, and everything that I unpack in my pockets or happen
It
to
goes
have
in
in my
there.
hand
The drunk drawer, yeah.
goes in there if I'm not going to throw it away. I applaud that.
You got it.
This damn thing is, honest to God.
Yeah, but now it's on your hand.
Oh, geez.
They'll all migrate back to culinary once they come back.
Oh, is that what this is? I've been attacked by a horseflies this summer. It's just
Really?
sort of
I've
seemed-
been lucky, knock on wood.
Oh my gosh!
Well, you have to go outside to be annoyed by little
Oh, I go
insects
outside.
and such.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, by the way, I
no,
also have to-
inside. No, these are horseflies that just had appeared inside. So James figured that there
have an
must have been
infestation?
a dead mouse or something.
This is
that
the same
brought
problem you went through
lured.
last year.
I know. And, I'm finally over the coaxing flies out of the house routine. You know, that thing that I did about killing
You can't
life?
kill a fly?
I don't like to kill life.
Of course, you're here going, get him. Yeah.
Well, this is my new attitude because there is.
there you go. Get him. Get him.
We went through
I
this.
downloaded this last year for you.
That's exactly right. Well, it's still going on, and man, oh man, I thought I
Probably had a
killed
mouse die on the wall again.
No.
Ew.
No. But guess what? I was sitting there after going like this with the fly the other night.
Now, are they biting you?
No.
Then they're not horseflies.
They're
No,
friendly
no.
flies.
They're
they
common
bite?
housefly.
Common houseflies.
You
Horse
might have seen
flies-
a housefly.
Horseflies will bite you, and it'll feel like a sting.
No.
You might have seen a fruit fly. You might have even seen a horse fly, but you ain't never seen a donkey fly.
There's your sign. No, you have a common housefly.
A common. I didn't
Black
realize
housefly,
that.
yes.
So that's the reason they're in my house, because they are attracted to houses. What makes them a housefly, Peter?
Well, they find
They're
dead,
in the
rotting
house.
things
They're in the house
to feed on.
in the dead rotting thing.
Yeah,
But they ordinarily don't. That like to stay outside. I mean, like they're
They'll
like
go they'll go wherever. It doesn't make a difference.
Oh.
There was one flying around here the other day.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I thought I'd killed my last one this week.
Why don't you get one of those
yeah.
sticky things and
Enough
go
about
redneck?
Oh, no. If you remember, I got one of those sticky things last year, and then I started wondering where the smell of garbage was coming from. It was the sticky thing attracting the.
That's what they go for, rotting things, Bob.
Oh man, oh God. Well, yeah, but
It is an effective trap.
so
It
this-
has to have the proper
It is- has
bait.
to.
So the sticky thing is a stinky thing. Don't go there.
no. So I'm not going to go there. So I'm going to kill everyone that comes into my view.
We need to
which
get
is
Bob one of those
terrible,
electric
terrible.
tennis racket thingies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
All right,
you
so let
swipe
me
it.
tell you what. So let me tell you guys what happened. So I'm sitting there after I'm swatting the fly, and then all of a sudden, there's this thing that comes out of the wall because the wall, is being fixed. My ceiling, the ceiling in the hearth room of my house, that
You're scaring
you can
me, Bob.
you can see the boards and everything.
So now
you
there's
can-
something coming out of your wall.
And I said, "Oh my God, it's a bat! Oh my God!" I immediately grabbed for my hair.
Why do people think bats go for hair?
Yeah, I have no idea. Well, then after I went for my hair, then I said that exact thing. Why do people think that? So I said, I don't.
They
have
don't. They go for your neck.
So so the thing is going back and forth all over and so I'm screaming at James to come in and save me from the bat because I don't know what the heck to do with this thing. And then I thought, well, all right, if I go in the other room, maybe it would and open a door, maybe it would go out the door.
No, other bats come in to keep it
Well,
company.
that's what I got from James.
Yeah.
You're going to let the other bats in. You're gonna let the other bats.
See, now this
James,
must have
wait,
been
I mean,
entertaining.
You're a pacifist, Bob.
Dude, what
yeah,
a
yeah.
cute little pink bunny rabbit.
It's George.
Just what I always wanted.
It's George.
My own little bunny rabbit.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I will name him George, and I will hug him and
yeah.
kiss him and squeeze him.
so it was going back and forth, and then we saw it like hanging from a little. It looked like a little brown powder puff,
Well, that's what bats do. They
Yeah.
hang around.
and they were hanging. It was hanging in the dining room. So I said, James, we got it. He said, I said, get the broom.
Get the broom. What are you going to do? Sweep it?
Well, no, I thought it was going to, swat it down to the floor. And then James had a blanket, and we were going to throw a blanket on top of it. Well, you should have seen that procedure. It didn't work, folks. It did not work. So finally, you know what I did? I said, it was close to bedtime. I said, James, I'm going to bed. And we went in the other room. I shut the door, and I said, maybe it will find its way out. Damn, it did. It did. This bat found its way out of my house or is hanging up someplace. I went through the entire house looking for a hanging bat. There is not a bat. Where is it? I think it went out the way it came in.
I know where it went.
Where did it go?
It's the Batman.
Well, Bruce Wayne was visiting. And
Don't you hear what you're...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
And it even timed out right, too. I was lucky.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Bob got to the crescendo of his story, and it ramped up.
You know, my
Absolutely.
brother-in-law
Good
is
timing,
an
good timing.
exterminator. Who do you call for a bat? Do you
An
call an
exterminator?
exterminator?
A baseball.
And do they make? Could I go to the store?
Oh, come on. That was funny.
What was that? Oh,
I am a vampire.
Oh, yeah? Well, abracadabra. I'm a no pun.
Hocus pocus. I'm a bat.
I'm a bat too. Abracadabra.
Oh, God.
Wouldn't hit the bat with glasses on.
Oh,
Would you?
No.
Yep.
And I gotta believe everybody has seen that particular cartoon.
Oh, they know exactly what I was
Yeah,
talking about.
that's a great.
I
That's,
love
that's
it.
classic
I
Bugs
love
Bunny.
it. I love
Yeah.
it. So here's the deal. Is there such a thing as you go to Rocky's or one of those hardware stores and you purchase a bat trap?
I don't know.
Is
if
there a
it's
bat
Rockies.
trap?
I don't think so. I've never heard of one.
Well, how do you get rid of a bat in a house? I mean,
Oh, that would be a question for the Riddler.
Oh my God!
Oh, wait a minute. There's an ultrasonic bat repellent.
What are you?
Ultrasonic
finding this?
bat repellent. Something you put on?
You plug it
Get
in.
rid of
and
bats in 48 hours or it's free.
Don't forget.
No, wait a minute.
Don't
wait.
forget.
Not
Mail
kidding.
before midnight tonight.
But you have to leave the
1995.
door. Yeah, but you have to leave the door open in order for the bat to get out.
They'll just try to get away from it. Because bats work on ultrasound. That's how they navigate. So if there's something flooding your house with ultrasound, they're going to want to get away from it.
All right. So here's the deal.
Makes sense.
Bats. They're blind essentially. But that's where blind as a bat come from. So, but they
Oh, well, I wondered about
find
that.
their way around by transmitting a little sound and then listening to where it comes from.
Yeah.
So if you have a device now that you're going to buy that creates a sound you can't hear,
Yes.
and they want you to plug it in, and they say, well, of course, they want you to send them 1995 first, but then they'll
Right.
send it to you, you plug it in, and you can't hear whether it's working or not. And the bat's still hanging around. Did you really buy something that makes noise or not?
Well, didn't I hear you say that it was a lubricant? So you put it on your skin? and it-
No.
oh, I thought you said something. It's a bat lubricant.
No,
bat-
ultrasound.
Ultrasound lubricant?
No, it's just something you plug in the wall.
Oh, it's a plug in the wall thing.
Yes, Bob.
Yeah. My parents have a little plug in the wall thing that about every 2 or 3 minutes.
Bob, you're like my ex-wife. You don't listen to me.
What?
I swear to God.
What?
I don't hear properly. I don't hear everything lately. I just don't hear everything. So if you're talking to me and I give a strange answer, you probably
And the bad news is there aren't any effective bat traps for sale.
All right. However,
Yeah.
that said, there are people that are pretty good at catching bats. And I was trying to remember where it was, but it was one of the last shows we did at the Women's Club. We're at intermission,
yeah.
and all of a sudden there's a bat flying around.
Oh no, in the,
And
in the,
this
in
is
the
over
theater.
at the women in the theater, and there's a bat flying around. Well, he ended up lighting on the curtain up on the stage on the main drape.
Oh my God.
One of the audience members went up on stage, and of course everybody's freaking out. Oh, there's a bat around here!
Yeah.
He went up on stage, he caught it, and he brought it outside. I hadn't heard is that big an applause for the band. It was great. Wow. But somebody, one of the audience
And
members
dare
caught
to
the bat.
even to touch the little round puffball and
Well, I don't know if it's a puffball.
well, it looked like a puffball, but
Well,
then
they
when
ain't
it
real
flew,
big.
it looked like a
They're furry.
glider.
Well, yeah, they're cool. Bats are cool. They take care of all kinds of
Yeah,
little
I know.
critters
They're-
around
I
your
know they
backyard.
are. I know
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are.
Okay.
Well,
all right, let's move on. What else?
That's my bat story, and I'm sticking to it.
So you
Why-
can buy one for about $60.
Why
on
did we
Amazon.
really come?
Wow.
You mean one of those things you can't hear and don't know if it works?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So why did we come here this morning?
We came here to do a radio show. Are we on yet?
Is this thing on?
Yeah. Hey, show everyone what we got behind us now. That my dear friend Kenny Stomsky, our dear friend.
Oh,
did.
they can see a reflection
Yeah.
of it on the
Look
table.
at
but
this.
Yeah, it's a green screen.
It's a
Yeah.
green screen. Remember, it was blue, so I couldn't wear blue.
You know what we need to? You know what we really need?
Yeah. What do you need?
A weather map. I have always wanted to go.
Oh, yeah. You know how difficult
Peter,
that
find us the latest weather map. Okay, work on that.
Find a
I've always-
leather map.
I've always wanted to point, but I need a monitor next to me
It
so I can
doesn't
see
have to be a
Okay,
weather.
there
It
we
could
go.
be just a map of the United States or something. How about
Well,
that?
no, it has to be a weather map. Otherwise, I got to point to Des Moines or something.
Oh, okay. You're going to do the weather with for folks with a weather map.
Right.
That would be That
but
would be
don't.
fun.
I mean, certainly don't count on the weather that I'm forecasting because
Don't weathermen have a clicker that they move?
I don't need a
thing?
clicker. I
Yeah.
got Peter.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Peter's still looking. Hey, incidentally, did you have a nice 5 weeks off?
I missed.
Rate your 5 weeks off. Rate it from 1 to 10.
It was busy as all get out. Yeah, no, it was busy.
So that means that you were working. Do you have any time for relaxation, R&R?
I spent a few days on the Cape. We went out. We went out to South Yarmouth.
Oh my
in
gosh,
the
that's my
Ocean
old
Mist Hotel.
The Ocean Mist Hotel.
Yeah.
Was that near the
The Lobster
windmill?
House. No,
The
no.
Lobster
It
House.
was the
Jay.
Lobster House.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God, look at here, folks.
Ah.
For the radio folks, we have a map now beside us.
No, wait a minute. I've got to learn. I've got to learn the Brian Lapis routine. It's just okay. See over
There,
No,
there. Where's
there?
where?
That way. That way.
I'm
That way.
pointing.
There's rain in upstate New York, and it's coming our way.
Upstate New York.
Yeah.
Where? Oh no, I'm up.
Oh, see,
Atlantic
see,
Ocean.
Massachusetts is by your elbow. And I'm sorry for those of you just listening on the radio.
This is
you
what's
have
behind
no
them.
clue. Okay, yeah. So,
Oh, look at there. There is rain coming in here. Look at those green.
would I lie?
No.
See, radar, I know how to read.
Wow. It's. I think
we
it's
done
going to
yet?
pass us. No,
We're
it's
done.
not going to pass us. It's going to
Okay.
go right over
Oh
it.
yeah, we're gonna get rain today.
Yeah. Wow.
good-
It's
it's a good thing.
and it's cloudy a little bit too. Yeah. Cloudy with the chance of meatballs. It's a children's book, folks.
Yes, it was a movie too.
movie,
yeah.
too, yeah.
Oh, is
Okay,
it? Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Hey, 6:21 in the morning. It feels so good to be back. I asked my Wisconsin musical director, Christian, to come up with a song this week. Guess what he came up with? A song that we hear on this radio station often because I think that Michael Buster McMahon plays
do.
this song.
It's his theme song.
Yeah. And you know what? It has such a memory to me because it's John Sebastian, who I hosted.
Wait, I know why. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Mr. Carter, yeah, because you all know that I did a show with Horshack. We traveled the country, and then I had a little affair where you'll read about in my memory and my memoir, and so when Christian suggested this song, I said, it's kind of perfect just to hear that welcome back. It sort of feels so good to be back, despite the fact that I couldn't sleep because I was so excited about coming back. I couldn't sleep. Yeah.
He's over here now.
Oh, no, okay. Freddie the Fly, we might call him that. Or he's a gnat. He's a gnat. He's a G-N-A-T. Right?
Freddie the Gnat?
Yeah. So we'll call him Gus the Gnat.
You will call him George the Gnat.
George the Gnat.
And I will
Oh,
hook
no,
him
no,
and
no.
squeeze
George
him.
Delilah's coming on. He's not a gnat at all.
George is here today?
No, George later on. George Delisle, my Kiwanian friends who went to Stowe, Vermont with me. The president of Kiwanis, the former president of Kiwanis, and Brad, my insurance lad, are all going to be on, and possibly a guest appearance by Adam Wright, who was also
My
with us.
good. Well, I've been trying to. We've both been trying to get Adam to come out on our radio.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah. Well, you
Only
got to
person
catch him on a good
successfully
day.
done it is Kenny.
Yeah. I'm thinking that we have to pre-tape it or something, but although he gets up, or he's an early riser, as I think, because I travel
can
with
get
him. I know.
up.
Yeah, he gets up. He's charming in the morning.
He's one town over. He can get up.
Yeah, okay. So at any rate, back to Welcome Back, Cotter. So Welcome Back, Carter's theme song. Carter's theme song, it was by John Sebastian. And John Sebastian was he was a really nice man who he still is alive.
He was a seagull.
What do you mean?
Livingston Seagull?
A seagull. Jonathan Livingston Seagull.
Really?
Jonathan
I didn't know he was in the
Livingston
Seagulls.
Seagull. That was Neil Diamond, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I think Neil Diamond did that.
I just made it up.
Oh, folks, did you miss us?
You are muted.
Play Welcome Back, Cotter's theme song. Welcome back, and we're glad to be back.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile when I think how it must have been. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Welcome back, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back, yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Join us the third Wednesday of every month with Selectman Joe Didi and his take on everything Southwick.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
You can't do that until it's...
Wow.
We'll see if Jay was paying attention.
Oh, wow. I got to put my earphones on here, everybody.
Yeah, while he's putting his earphones on, that little...
What was
sound.
that?
That's the old WTIC.
That's
1080.
WTIC in Morse code.
Yes.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What is it?
It's
What's
it's
that
victory.
spell on Morse code?
Beethoven's.
Dot,
It's
dot,
Beethoven.
dot, yeah, dot dash is for a V. That's for victory.
You know, it's Beethoven's first symphony or something. Look it
up. Look it up. Dot dash should be a V, I believe. And if you're looking,
dash.
yeah.
Oh.
And that was out of World War II. That was one of the first radio transmissions that said we won. But
interesting.
WTIC ended up picking that up as their top of the hour time tone. And that was
nice.
that was legendary around the Northeast. Everyone knew that was at the top of the hour. And they had it timed perfectly. The time at the tone will be 8 o'clock.
They had a thing that generated the tone based upon a clock.
So it was not somebody just pushing a little thing and saying.
Well, I'm sure it was It was.
No, it was automatically generated.
Interesting.
Because sometimes they'd step on it.
Yeah. Hey, I got to clear something up here. Just in case, according to Facebook, if you've been reading it recently, I am a newlywed.
I know.
Again?
I saw that.
Yeah. All right, folks. I've been married for 17 years now.
It's like I'm not buying him another damn present because he finally got his Facebook up to date.
All right. So, look, a couple of weeks ago, I was bored, and I said I go on Facebook, which I don't go on often, and I go on to put up things about things that are about to happen, or if I do go on and I see something, because I've got so many friends, I just don't see everything unless somebody sends it to me or whatever. But so I go online and I look at my profile, and my profile says that I'm single. I said, no, that's wrong. Why didn't I put married before? Just to protect me from all those people that have been wanting to send me, what do you call it, proposals, you see. So I go from single to married.
You can put a date on that, Bob.
Is there I didn't put a date.
You can add a date to that, and it would have said, all of a sudden you're married. It would have just said, Bob updated his relationship status.
Oh, instead of Bob just got married.
Correct.
And then the deluge began of the congratulations. Yeah,
I saw it and I laughed.
Yeah. Everybody, there even people that knew me well, probably people who even were at the table at
Mark Auerbach goes, Math Man said, do we have to buy Bob another present? And Auerbach goes, no way. We're not buying Bob any more presents.
Yeah,
Who did he marry now?
Yeah. And then, so
He's gone Mormon.
Really. The relatives out in Wisconsin actually called to wonder what was happening. And so...
Yeah, because that's from the other side of the family.
Oh, my gosh. So then there were people in my own family that were congratulating
Why
us.
don't you just say, we renewed our vows?
Well, then I thought,
right. That would have been the smart play.
That was. I didn't do anything. You wait too long to respond, and you just don't do anything. And I have not received, as I've been telling anyone, not one toaster oven. I have not received one toaster, nor did anyone send me a card. It's the day of on Facebook, you just like it, and that's it, and you don't bother to write a hand card or anything. Dear Bob and James, on your nuptials, you make a lovely couple, etc., etc. And they're speaking about lovely. Look at her at this time in the morning.
Good
it's
morning.
Amanda Brodkin. Amanda.
Good morning, guys. Thank you for, my voice needs to warm up a little bit. Thanks for having me in this morning.
Well, we are glad to
wait till the
have
end
you
of the
on.
show and then thank them.
Yeah, really.
Okay.
Do you have coffee?
I should know better, right?
Yeah, that's Amanda Brodkin, the president of the Greater Westfield Kiwanis Club. Is that the correct Greater Westfield Kiwanis Club, or is it?
It's the Kiwanis Club of Westfield, if you want to be 100% correct, Bob, and I know that you do. Kiwanis Club of Westfield.
Well, he wants to be, but he's
Kiwanis
not
Club of
usually.
Westfield.
Help them. I will help them as much as I can.
Yeah.
Yes. But we do incorporate Southwick, so what you're saying is probably accurate. It is accurate.
Anyone that wants to join can join. It's a good place.
You're a Kiwanian.
I am that.
I'm a bad. You're a good Kiwanian.
Well,
I'm a bad Kiwanian.
You're what my mom would call an EC Kiwanian.
What is
my mom
that?
used to Easter Christian, the folks who only went for Easter Christmas, only went to church on those two holidays.
I would say I'm a medium Kiwanian. I don't get there nearly as often as I'd like.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? We don't grade and we don't judge, so
that's right.
We're all Kiwanians.
No, yeah.
And I am eternally grateful for that.
Oh my gosh.
Very much.
I was there at the cusp of their learning that, because I remember in the early days when I joined, and I think I've been a member for must be 12 years or so, maybe. Oh God, I don't know. They probably have those kind of statistics or something.
I do.
Yeah. I got a pin or something. I think I might have gotten a pin.
You would have gotten a pin at 5 years and 10 years, and stick around for 15. You'll get another pin.
Oh, great. Wonderful. There, it's in the drawer
By the way, Bob,
by the bureau.
All those pins have tracking devices, so they can keep the current president can keep track of all the members. It's like an emergency response team.
That's a really good idea, Pete.
That is a really.
So if you stop moving for more than 2 or 3 minutes, we'll come find you.
Yeah, like a firefighter, a little alarm goes off.
That would be really wonderful. But I think I've been there, but when I first joined, I think there was this thing of you really had to go to the meeting Otherwise, you were kicked out. My mind might be off there, Amanda, or whatever.
That may have been a self-imposed pressure, Bob. I've never
It might have been me.
gotten that sense from this club at all. I've only been in for 5 years, and I've never had that sort of expectation.
Yeah.
Bob also has regressive Catholic tendencies, so he carries all that guilt with him.
Guilt for Amanda knows that because she. Oh my God! Wait a minute, Amanda. Let's see your little coffee cup there. Is that a husky on your coffee cup?
This is a pug. My dog Queenie is a puggle.
Oh,
so this was a gift.
A puggle. All right. What's a puggle?
A puggle. I could hold her up here, but she's a little hefty. She's a pug beagle mix. So she's.
I like that.
Very cute. Very cute.
So she's low to the ground. With a scrunchy face?
Sturdy.
Yes. She's
and she's right beside you there.
She's right behind me. She's
yeah.
She's licking things. So I'm not gonna pull her up here.
No.
But yeah, she's the size of a larger beagle, I would say, but her face is a little squinched up. She's got the more beagle-like ears. She's golden in color, which is not typical to either dog. So
no.
I think, and her eyes are this beautiful gold color. You'll have to meet her someday, Bob.
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I would love to.
And you too, Jay. You can. I'll make that happen. Okay. She's a sweetie.
That's cool.
Oh my God. Hey, you know who's walking into the parking lot here?
George Delisle.
George Delisle is walking.
We're going to have to make some room
here. We got to make some room at the table.
Well, why don't we take a quick break and get settled, and
we'll bring Georgia on. Yeah. Amanda, we love having you on, and you're a great travel person. We're going to talk about our trip. Yeah, Amanda and I were traveling this weekend.
We're travel buddies.
We're travel buddies.
All right, I'm going to go feed the dog. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Hey, everybody, my favorite person, Nancy Griffith, died this weekend. I don't know if you know, she's like a combination of Woody Guthrie and
the D-list.
and Loretta Lynn, and from Texas, and she. Oh, God, she was only 68 years old. And if she was the first person to record From a Distance, you know, that Bette Midler song. But her voice is so unique and wonderful. If you want to have a great experience, just check her out on YouTube. It's just so unique, and I loved her voice. So I'm going to play from her very best of Nancy Griffith album, a song that she wrote called Once in a Very Blue Moon that I really love. Listen to Nancy Griffith, and rest in peace.
I found your letter in my mailbox today. You were just checking if I was okay. And if I miss you, well, you know what they say. Just once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon, and I feel one coming on soon. No need to tell me you'd like to be friends, help me get back on my feet again. And if I miss you, well, it's just now and then. Just once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon, and I feel one coming on soon. There's a blue moon shining when I have reminded of all we've been through. Such a blue moon shining, does it ever shine down on you? You act as if it never hurt you at all, like I'm the only one who's getting up from a fall. Don't you remember, can't you recall, just once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon. Thank you.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield. Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years. Specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
George Jones, George Burns, George Bush, George Benson, George C. Scott, George Reeves, George Wallace, George Hallis, George Washington Carver.
Thank you.
George Jefferson, George Jetson. George
Wow, it is Tuesday. Listen to George.
Boy George, by George, George.
This is a perfect song for you, George.
Haven't heard this in about 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
Who wrote this song? Who is that?
I used to know
Tim Wilson.
Thank you.
Now, I got to say, first of all, George, that it's clearly been a while since you've been in studio.
Clearly.
Yeah, you can't see. I wish there was a mirror, but you got to.
Sorry.
No, they're weird because one of the cups is the wrong way.
Oh, there we are.
Oh, they sound so much better.
So much better when they're pointed towards your ears.
Say hello to Amanda Brodkin.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, guys. Good morning, George.
That's
I missed that song so much.
Yeah, that's an official boatload of George's.
That was.
I had to pull that out of
fun.
the archive.
Oh, I love it.
I'm so glad you did.
I had never heard that.
That's because you never listened to
You
any
never
other show,
ever listened
Bob.
to my show, Bob.
Yeah, you're admitting
goes
things
to
you
show.
don't want to.
That was my
to
theme
admit.
song.
Yeah.
Well, if I got
For the entire
no,
run.
in the middle of it. If you get up in the
Now,
middle of a show,
Bob, at
Yeah.
least Kenny goes back and watches the replays.
Oh, that's true.
So he knows what the other hosts are doing, so he can abuse them purposely on his show.
Oh, got it.
Yes, Kenny has a long memory. It's like he's one of those people that doesn't forget anything.
No,
Let's go to the videotape.
Yes,
He forgets only the things that he remembers everything you don't want him.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's like my wife.
Hey, George is the former president of the Westfield. No, the Kiwanis of Westfield.
Well, is it everyone?
/Southfield.
And then
and
New
there's
England,
Amanda.
And then International. When are you going to be president of International?
Well, I did not win this last election.
No?
No.
Keep trying.
However,
Really?
well,
That wasn't
that's
the question.
The plan.
The question was when.
Yes, when.
And,
Oh, the
and
question.
the answer is.
I know you have
question
the
is-
drive and devotion to pull these things off.
Theoretically, about 3 years from now.
Are you going to try again?
Oh, absolutely.
But you're still involved. Aren't you a member? You're
you're
on
like
lots of
way
committees.
involved.
I know that much.
No, right now I'm still on the international board until September 30th. That'll be my last day. I believe the international president, the incoming president, Peter Mancuso from New York, is going to have something for me to do.
Oh.
Yeah, you're too valuable an asset to let completely go out off the reservation.
Oh, there's no such thing.
Is there any representation
I'm just saying. I mean,
on
I
the
know how
international from this part of Massachusetts other than you?
No.
Or any Massachusetts
Or
even
New
New England. Yeah.
and Bermuda. No, I'm it.
Oh, wow.
There's only...
Listen to that, folks. We got somebody here.
Every district... Really? Where is he?
You. By George.
Every district... a district may only have one member on the international board at any one time.
So then this is the district of Westfield and
no, it's the district
Bermuda?
of all 6 New England states and Bermuda.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Maine, New
Oh.
Hampshire, Vermont, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and the island of Bermuda.
Why aren't all of the district meetings on Bermuda?
Because, I for one simple, kind of obvious reason, cost.
Ah.
Hotel nights in Bermuda range from $400 a night and up.
Ouch.
I can get you a deal on the Holiday Inn at the top of the hill.
Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Travel's a challenge, too.
Yeah, I'd stay on the boat.
It is.
I would take a cruise and then stay on the boat.
That's exactly what we do.
Oh, is that what you do? Oh,
We
Rent a cruise?
No, we haven't done it for a couple of years, but normally the district governors visit to that part to what we call Division 21, which is Bermuda.
Yeah.
Is that like Area 51?
Kind of like.
Okay.
Only people. Well, it's a Bermuda Triangle. So
well, then it works.
You make the connection.
Yes. Okay.
We cruise out of Boston on a Norwegian ship.
Well, that's cool.
And it takes you leave there on Sunday, you're there on Tuesday morning.
Oh, it's that long? I thought
Doesn't
Bermuda
it-
was
do-
just a hop, skip, and a jump from
Doesn't
America.
the ship dock for like 2 or 3 days in port?
It docks for a couple of days in port,
Yeah.
and then it leaves, and then it meanders about the Atlantic so that you don't have any money left in your wallet after you've been in their casino.
2 days at sea, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and bought their cocktails.
Actually, you know what?
probably,
That wouldn't
George.
be a bad cruise because you want to go to a destination and maybe spend some time there. You don't have to worry about hotels or anything, just rent a car or something.
Exactly, and it's a really nice cruise. The ships are really nice. I mean, our experiences on Norwegian have been excellent.
My
That's the
girlfriend.
standard cruise out of Boston for Norwegian, I believe.
Yeah.
Really? It's the only place they go out of Boston.
No,
probably.
in the summertime they actually go and do Atlantic Canada.
Yeah, they do up into Nova
yeah.
Scotia. Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as the Bermuda trip goes, it's like a day and a half down. You putter around the island for a couple of days and then you're back. Is that how it goes?
That's approximately right.
Yeah.
See, for somebody who's probably not scared about cruising or getting seasick, that might be the perfect cruise because you're on sea for a couple of days, then you're in port for a couple of days, and then you can gear back up to go back out on sea. So maybe I'll convince my girlfriend to do that one.
That'd be a nice one. Yeah.
My only complaint about the Bermuda cruise is they don't spend as much time in port as they did years ago.
Well, wait a minute. So you
anchor
go
off sea, or
you go.
Yeah, they pull out of there earlier, seriously, so that you will spend more time in their casino.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's like going to a baseball game. They make all the money on the concessions, not on the gate.
Yeah. How much is a drink? And that would
Norwegian,
bother our group.
I can't. Well, no, it wouldn't.
You buy a
and I'll tell
package.
you why.
Why?
Because right now Norwegian on all of its cruises is offering unlimited drinks for nothing.
Again, to
There's
spend more
an
money in the
enticement.
casino.
Because they're usually like $15 a drink or something for a cocktail.
It doesn't matter. My wife Gina, who does not normally drink, discovered mudslides.
Oh, those could be dangerous.
Oh,
my
my
God.
God.
Well, it's
Gina under the influence?
It's more like 15,000 calories a drink. So I mean, it's
all sugar.
It's all It's basically a pound of chocolate
milkshake.
ice cream with booze.
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah, it's a boozy milkshake.
A boozy milkshake.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
What's the vodka? Is it vodka or gin or what's in a
mudslide?
You know what? A mudslide.
In a mudslide.
Okay, a classic mudslide, if you make it yourself, involves chocolate ice cream. It is, I believe it's vodka, Kahlua.
Oh God, it
might be something
hit
else.
me already.
They're good.
Oh, maybe
They're
but Harvey's Bristol. No, something. What's that cream thing? The
Irish cream.
Bailey's Irish
As
cream.
a matter of
night.
fact, I think Bailey's is involved. Yes.
Wow. So how many of these drinks
That's
did
what's in
Gina
my
have? Your wife?
Oh, she was having 2 or 3 a day for a week. So.
She literally rolled off the boat.
There's not a lot of alcohol in them.
Oh, is that right?
No, it's very little.
Well,
we
no.
Kahlua just basically provides a flavor.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of alcohol. You got to put a shot of something. And there's a shot of alcohol in.
Actually, Gina when I make them, she has me go light on the vodka. And I don't know how much alcohol they really put in them on the cruise ship because they've got this mix. So the mix goes in the blender and it's there you go.
Oh, I see.
So there may not be any booze in it. I don't know. it's okay. I know how much booze is in it when I order a martini, because I watch them make the martini.
And you can't, a watered down martini.
Yes.
We were out to dinner the other night. The 8 of us. How many of us were there?
I believe 8.
Eight people
Proper
traveling
count, yeah.
together in a group. Yeah. And how many martinis were at that table? I swear that there were more martinis. Amanda,
what's
did
your
you have
definition of martini?
Yeah. Well,
are you including Cosmos?
Yeah, because I'm including those V glasses. The little glasses martini glasses.
As you know, a gin martini is my drink of choice. Amanda, were you having Cosmos?
No, I was not. But James was.
Oh, James was.
James was having a Cosmo.
And what was Bob having?
I was having a dirty martini.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
But
it was probably the most delicious dirty martini I ever had.
But I'll bet yours was vodka.
Oh, yeah, I know. Gin, I do gin on some drinks. But for some reason, I decided to go vodka because it was the first dirty martini I've had in a long while. I didn't want to just hit my system because it's hard to digest. Gin is hard to digest.
Since when?
Yeah.
I've been digesting it for going on 50 years.
Seems to be doing you well.
I don't know what the problem might be.
Yeah.
Do you drink?
And vodka is easy? That's not. No.
I don't know. Maybe it's your stomach gets used to something, or your taste buds.
I consider a vodka martini to be a crime against nature. Just
just call it something else.
Well, we can. Yeah, that's true. We just call it something else. Yeah.
But I was having the maple Manhattans, and they were also in the martini glasses.
That's what it was.
Those were good.
Was there a cherry at the bottom of your glass?
Yes,
there?
it was.
It looked like something else.
It was a dark cherry that had been soaked in some sort of liqueur, and it was the drink itself was amazing. But when you got to that at the bottom, it was the cherry on the bottom. It was fabulous.
It was. Oh wow!
See now, anybody just hearing this for the first time would think that all of you just go out on booze cruises.
As I've explained on many occasions, the word Kiwanis.
Oh no!
Is a Native American word. Is from the Achapu Indian language, and it means, roughly translated, it means we drink a lot.
That was my entry to Kiwanis. Plus, you had to pass a worthiness test that involved alcohol.
How many drinks can you have?
Oh my! It was sort of like a hazing and all.
Worthiness test?
Father Joe's worthiness test involved alcohol. Oh, you had to buy him a drink.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Oh, is that how it works?
Before we go off on really off the deep end, I probably should
that was
ask.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, I should probably ask what is Kiwanis? What do they do? What do they support? It's obviously a nonprofit to those that don't know.
So you're going to be serious now?
For a few minutes. Don't worry, it doesn't last long here.
Thank heaven.
Yeah.
No, Kiwanis is here's our definition. Kiwanis is a global organization of volunteers dedicated to improving the world one child and one community at a time. That's the short version.
See, now when I was a kid, I just saw the word Kiwanis on the gumball machine at the local gas station, and all I thought was So I put a lot of pennies in that. I donated as a young child,
and we thank you for that.
Yes, you're welcome.
Unfortunately, the company that maintained those gumball machines and paid us for use of our name has gone out of business.
That's too bad.
Yeah, the gumball revenue is gone. But we have in the vicinity of 200,000 members in 81 countries all over the world. We are growing rapidly in Asia. Asia Pacific region is growing very fast. Philippines, Taiwan, Nepal, which is our newest Kiwanis district, growing very rapidly in Nepal. Not much of a presence right now in India, but we're working on that. It's a great organization. I've been a member of Kiwanis since 1979.
Wow.
Which should give you an idea. I'm a little old. I started my Kiwanis career with the Springfield Kiwanis Club, which is one of the original 50 clubs. Dr. Seuss's father was a past president.
No kidding.
No kidding.
That's cool.
Theodore Geisel, he was the Springfield Parks Commissioner in the 30s. And he was one of the early presidents. It's a club with a rich history, which isn't doing as well right now as I would like. I mean, when I was president, we had like 150 members. I think they're down to 26 or 27.
Well, yeah. And I've got to say that nonprofits everywhere are having trouble. Finding members, finding active members.
That's so true.
So, so we're obviously encouraging people to look into it and join if they're interested.
Absolutely.
And
we have a great club. I mean,
we do.
We have a really great club here in Westfield.
And I think, as you told me when early on when we first met, he goes, you join this club, but you're also making a whole bunch of friends by joining this club, and they are become lifelong friends. How can somebody find out locally here how to learn more about Kiwanis and maybe even get involved?
Well, one really easy way is to show up at Roma in Southwick on Thursday night at about 6 o'clock.
This Thursday night?
Any Thursday night.
Not this Thursday night.
Oh, not
this
Thursday. No, we're not there this Thursday because Amanda,
just knock him back into
Amanda
reality
and I
here.
will both be in Leominster for the New England and Bermuda District Convention.
Oh, I gotcha.
So
gotcha.
Other than this Thursday,
on almost any Thursday, you can show up at 6 o'clock at Roma, and we'll even feed you.
And you'll find us in the back room.
Yes, you will.
You mean you go there and you say every week? I could go and I'd say, Lee, I want to join Kiwanis.
No, we're only buying a meal once, Bob. But
okay.
Especially for you.
All right.
Yeah.
No, wait, you're already at Kiwanis. No,
I am.
We're not feeding you, Bob.
The only way we get Bob to pay his dues is we send the bill to James.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last year, I was the first person to pay the bill.
You were.
After years of being the last person, last year I was the first person. I don't think I've made it this year. I paid. I think I've already paid.
No, you haven't. We haven't sent the bills yet.
Oh.
Gina's the enforcer.
I could have
Gina's the enforcer.
Yes,
no,
okay.
Gina sent are you staying in Kiwanis? And if
that's what it
let
was.
me know.
Yeah.
But
that's only the first notice.
That's the first notice. No, the bills will be probably going out.
How much do you have to pay in order to be in Kiwanis?
Well, that's an interesting question.
And
I'm
why?
Glad you asked. Kiwanis is a dues-based organization.
Mm-hmm.
There are administrative costs associated with running a large-scale operation like Kiwanis. And when I say large-scale, I'm talking about something with 200,000 members. So we have an international office in Indianapolis, and we have a staff there of in the ballpark of 300 people.
Oh, wow. Wikipedia said only 124 staff members.
Wikipedia is probably right. I could be totally wrong on that one.
120 staff.
Wow, Bob, you did some homework.
I have a whole thing. We're going to do I'm
going
to do a trivia contest.
No, you're going to see how many things I get wrong is what you're going to do.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's one big one.
Yep.
Oh no!
That
He's
might
gonna
not
do
be
another game show.
It's a game show at the end of the show.
Bob, can I say something? I had to watch that other game show you did, Drinks with Friends.
Yes.
Because you didn't tell me when the break was, and it wasn't. You don't stop talking, so there's no gap in the audio. And oh my God, I wanted to pull every last little hair out of my head.
Okay.
That was rough, Bob. We need to work on that.
We were going to.
I aired it several times though, and the feedback I got was the same.
So, we'll talk.
Before we go into break, and
it was slightly entertaining.
We are in the middle of
say hi to Brad.
Of meeting guests.
We want to see Brad.
Yeah.
But before you were talking about fundraising, in the things that cost.
And why we have dues.
Yes, that's why we have.
It costs some money to run any organization. There are some costs associated. A large part of that dues, $62.50 of that dues. That $140 annual dues payment goes to Kiwanis International for international dues and also for our very comprehensive insurance coverage that covers every club for liability. So when we do a project of any kind that involves the public, if somebody gets hurt, if there's an accident, if anything goes wrong, we have coverage through Kiwanis at no additional cost to the club. That's very valuable. Very valuable.
As someone that puts on a lot of events, that is very valuable.
So that's a big chunk of that. $25 goes to the New England and Bermuda District because there are costs associated with running the district operation. And the rest of it stays with the club for a whole bunch of things. For those free meals that comes out of the administrative fund.
To entice new members.
And Kiwanis pins and awards and et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a lot of other fundraising that
all
locally
of the external fundraising, anything we raise externally from the public goes into a totally separate account. In many cases, those things are tax deductible to the donor. And all of that goes back into the community. We retain zero of that for our own use. It's all used for charity. So things like the Kiwanis TV auction, we're going to be doing a pet, who's a favorite pet contest very soon. That'll be coming up. I think the public's really going to enjoy this one.
Yeah.
All of our ancillary fundraising, that is all charitable fundraising, and we keep none of it.
And of course, our concert series at WestfieldLiveMusic.com, a portion of those funds that we raise there is going to Kiwanis
and that,
well.
Again, will go into our charity fund. None of it goes to the club itself. It goes to support the many, many organizations Kiwanis supports, not just in Greater Westfield, but in some cases around the world.
And our next concert is in just a couple of weeks.
August 28th.
August 28th. It is the Big 80s Dance Party. Thank you to our Kiwanis members for suggesting that.
I went looking for my 80s hair, and
it's gone. You had big hair, George?
No, actually, I still had.
But Brad Casson in the 80s, his hair was down to his waist.
No, it wasn't down to my waist.
Your wife told me that.
You got a couple. You got a couple.
How long was your hair?
Down to my longer than Amanda's is right now.
So what? So was it a page boy or what? How?
I looked like Jesus Christ.
Did you have the facial hair
Holy
too?
mother!
I had the facial hair too.
Oh my!
Oh my God! Were you trying to date at that point, or were you deciding that you were going?
Very successfully.
Not successfully.
Brad Casson is another member of our Kiwanis club here.
Brad Casson, my insurance lad.
Hello, Brad.
Brad is from. You know that Casson Insurance sign that you see? Bates Fulham. Are you known as Bates Fulham now or Casson Insurance?
We are Bates Fulham, but we operate our office as Casson Insurance, just to give a little bit of differentiate between the two offices. So
I got it.
we're all one.
All one. Well,
yes.
Brad, did you have a nice weekend with us?
I did. That was fun.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we come back and so many other little things. But, I think we need to take a break. So you were mentioning those that music.
Yes.
The concert is free. It's behind the Boys and Girls Club, behind the the middle school. It's on the athletic fields back there. It benefits this concert. It benefits Westfield on weekends and Kiwanis, and this one is particularly wonderful because it's sponsored by Kiwanis in a sense, and you guys are all going to be there, and that will be an opportunity for you to sign up as well. I think, right?
Absolutely.
August 28th.
Yeah.
And I think, what time's the concert start?
We will be, the gates open at 5, and
Right.
the first act goes on at 6:45, the main act at 7:30. However, if you arrive at 5, there are going to be Western Mass small business vendors all around the field.
Yeah.
So I believe there's like 50 of them that are coming in, and these are small vendors, crafts, little businesses, and they'll be all around. Come on out, browse, and
Can I make
enjoy the afternoon.
A plug for a double header for that day?
A double header?
Yes.
Yeah,
If you want to get started early, the Westfield Brew Fest, which supports the Amelia Park Children's Museum, starts at noontime and ends conveniently at 5 o'clock.
How do you like that? And they've got some really great Rick Berry's and
we're really close to 30 breweries right now.
Really? And
wow.
Yeah. And you buy a pass, and I think you can.
It's tastings. Tastings from all the breweries, right?
All the
breweries, cideries. We have a couple of food trucks there.
Yeah. Where is it going to be? Again,
It is going to be on the dirt lot on what's the name of that street? Right behind the police department. Right behind used to be held in the Westfield News parking lot.
Right.
But there's a parking lot off to the other side between the Westfield News and Berkshire Bank, which used to be a dirt lot and is now paved. The city of
I
Westfield
know
paved
it
the lot.
well. I used to park in that lot. Yeah.
Right.
It's right behind Berkshire Bank. Yeah.
And the
What's
police
that little
department.
street? It's got a cross street there. It goes to a little church
Yeah,
on the corner.
I can't remember the name of the street,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's right there. It is from 12 to 5. It's going to be a fence in there. We have 3 great music acts. We have the Rock Duo with Harry Rock. We have Shaka Zoba out of East Hampton and Northampton, which is a 10-piece funk, African, international. They're going to be really good.
I love that.
Here they have a killer horn section.
Uh-huh.
And then Charlie Galvin is coming with, I don't know how many pieces, but I think it's 3 or 4.
Very,
So-
very good. Very, very good.
Is there a
And it all
website?
benefits the Amelia Park Children's Museum,
If you
which
go onto the
incidentally
Amelia
has
Park-
been really hurting. I mean, like all not-for-profits.
If you go on
you
the
know-
Amelia Park Children's Museum, there's a page for it, and you can buy tickets.
Yeah.
And then in the other concerts, you can find out more at westfieldlivemusic.com.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's right.
See, we
Westfield,
have our act together, Bob.
Listen to you. Yeah.
That's going to be a great day.
Speaking of a great act, Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga had their last performance together. Tony Bennett is retired from performing, do you know? And he, of course, has Alzheimer's, and his it was a really great concert, believe it or not, that he did with Lady Gaga. He has, the signs and the symptoms of Alzheimer's, except when he sings. And he is able to sing incredibly. And while he, in the past couple of years, when he was having it, he did a second recording called Love for Sale. It's a whole CD with Lady Gaga. Remember their Cheek to Cheek album?
Mm-hmm.
And so there is a new video of him and Lady Gaga singing the Cole Porter song, I Get a Kick Out of You. And you got to see it, because there's this guy, he's 93 years old, and he is still singing like whatever. And the wonderfully nostalgic, bittersweet thing was, before he left the stage on that night to give his final wave from performing and touring, he sang "I Left My Heart in San Francisco."
Oh, that's really good.
What
a way to go off.
I hope they recorded this whole evening. I'd love to see it. But meanwhile, we're going to play "I Get a Kick Out of You." This is Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga. The Love for Sale album, I think, is on sale now, or it's probably next week or two it comes out. Love for Sale. Oh, no. Love for Sale is the album. I Get a Kick Out of You. It's Tony Bennett.
My story is much too sad to be told, but practically everything leaves me totally cold.
The only exception I know is the case when I'm out on a quiet spree, fighting vainly the old ennui, and I suddenly turn and see your fabulous face.
What about me? I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true? Yeah, I get a kick out of you.
Me? Some they may go for cocaine. I'm sure that if I took even one sniff, it would bore me terrifically too. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me.
I get a kick, though it's clear to see you obviously don't adore me.
I get some gal in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get a kick, though it's clear to see you obviously do not adore me.
I get no kick in a play.
Flying too high with some gal in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Yet I get a kick.
You give me a whirl.
I get a kick out of you. Get my kicks out of you.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday morning, August 17th,
August
2021.
2021.
I played that bump because I wanted to see Brad's reaction.
Was there a reaction from Brad?
Yes, for the Bob Plass bump.
Yes.
Oh.
Typical Bob.
Yes. It was his
Yes.
third take.
Was it my
Live.
third take? Yeah. It was amazing that I
that's
did
all?
3 takes. Yeah.
Amanda, did you hear the bump?
Oh, run it again, because I
No,
wasn't
I
even
didn't.
listening.
Listen to this.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it.
And that was a sincere, I did it, because we'd been trying and trying. He
And we
couldn't
were
get
doing
the
it live on
timing
the
right.
air, too, which was even funnier.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. Beautifully done, Bob. Congratulations. You should be excited about that.
It's 7
Thank-
years, and that's the only one he's got right.
That's the only one. Years ago, on Friday afternoons, I worked for the Mayor's Office of Cultural and Community Affairs in Springfield under Barbara Garvey and Teddy DeMauro. And we had something called Telefun, Telefun. And it was 787-7777. Brad, you probably called it to find out what to do on the weekends there with your long hair. Where am I going to take my Jesus look this week?
Oh,
and
Wow.
Exactly. Where are we going?
Yeah. On Friday, and
is
probably
that your version of what would Jesus do?
Is that where they had the entertainment schedule for the keg room?
That's exactly right. I would do go to the keg room and Butch and Maeve are appearing this weekend or whatever. So the Telefun was one event after another, and I had to record it. And back in those days, you couldn't just stop and start.
Oh, you know what? I remember running that for the community calendar when I worked at Continental Cablevision. I remember that slide we had for Telefun.
Telefun.
Yeah, I
Yes,
remember
exactly.
that.
I was the voice of Telefun, struggling at like 6 o'clock saying, I've been here for an hour trying to do this damn one-page thing that tells everybody what to do on the weekends. It was, oh my God. So, when I go, I did it. It's really, that's what I say after I finish this show. If I get this fly, I'll say, I did it.
I'd say the camera's not sensitive enough to pick up the gnat that's flying around your head.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Oh God, I hate it.
Well, I thought it was
I
a new
thought you
thing
were
we're supposed to
clapping.
do here.
Huh?
Is this some new thing we're supposed to do?
It's a new thing.
It's
yeah.
aerobic. It's we're all
Early morning
Wasn't-
aerobics.
right.
Wasn't that a Queen thing, Radio Gaga?
Radio Gaga. Hey, so it's Brad, George, and Amanda, Adam Wright. And,
Somebody call Adam and wake him
yeah,
up.
and Brad and Gina Delisle and James Homan and who else was on? Oh, Kathy Casson. How could I forget Kathy? Yeah.
Stowe will never be the same.
So we drove up to Stowe all separately, but we managed to kind of arrive in time. And we stayed at a great place. What was the name of that place?
Green Mountain Inn.
It's the Green Mountain Inn.
Lovely place.
Yes.
Green Mountain
And
Inn.
I left my shoes there.
Oh, no. Oh, my
And
gosh.
I called them yesterday and they said, yeah, we have them.
Come on back.
Are they shipping them back?
No, my friend Mary Beth is going up there in a week or two, so she doesn't know this yet, but she's going to be bringing them back to me.
I was going to say I could get my niece to go over and grab them for you. If
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That would be a second option. I've got some ideas.
Good. Now you got a plan B. Okay.
Yeah. I thought, gosh, we're going with 8 folks. All right. Where we'll be able to find restaurants where they can hold, we can eat.
Well, the initial answer is yes, but then after they see who's coming in, you're probably not going to get a second invite.
Yeah. So we were staying
It's
at
those guys again.
We had tea. They had a 4:00 afternoon. They had
4:00
tea and lemonade
and lemonade and wonderful
cookies.
chocolate chip cookies.
Brownies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually, Bob, they said the same thing about our softball umpires down in Florida, so I understand your pain.
Yeah. Which was, what did they say?
When we came into a restaurant, the whole crew,
Oh, man.
the task force and the
That's-
umpires,
Yeah.
they were like, oh, no, not them again.
Oh, yeah. Or they say, oh, my God, we don't have enough staff as it is. And in Vermont, like everywhere else, a lot of places don't have enough staff. So
please be patient with us.
Yeah.
You will bust your own table.
Yeah. So, there's Kathy. Look, she's we can see her in the mirror.
Oh, yeah. There you are. You're in the mirror.
Good morning, Kathleen.
I'll bet she didn't even know. There we go.
Yeah, we're all waving to Kathy in the mirror. Yeah,
She thought she was incognito.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like a scene from Psycho.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we decide that we're going out to dinner and we had reservations at the hotel on Friday night, right? No, Saturday.
Monday night.
Monday.
We were there.
Oh, God. We didn't go on that's what confused me the whole
Right,
darn
we
time.
got there on Sunday.
We got there on Sunday to Tuesday. And we
Wow,
had
are
been
you still there?
Yeah.
Bob
Probably
confused?
still there.
No.
Yeah.
Impossible, I say.
Yeah. Sunday, we left. And I kept saying that because how many times did I say Saturday? In fact, I think I asked Kathy Casson to check on the churches. Oh, no, Gina, I asked to check on the church down the street to see what time Mass was because I thought we'd all like to go to Mass. And they said, why? It's Tuesday.
Dirty Persian short
Yeah. So we decide to go out to dinner. Now
I'm gonna
we're
use
up
them
in
all,
Stowe.
George.
Where are we going to go in Stowe, Vermont?
Pete has had way too much free time.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. Stowe, Vermont. Where do we go to eat? Of course, everybody wants to go to the Trapp Family Singers Lodge. The Trapp, what is it called?
Trapp
The
Family
beer house.
Lodge Beer Hall.
What is it?
Yeah,
The Von Trapp, yeah.
Family Lodge
Yes.
Beer Hall.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Von Trapp Brewing, right?
Somebody went on and we found out that we couldn't get reservations in the real restaurant, but we could go to the beer hall. So
Sort of.
You should have called Rick Berry, man. He could have got you in there like that.
Oh, right. You see, a Von Trapp?
I used to work
He does
with
stuff for
someone
them, yeah.
whose
Oh,
family
he does.
owned the place. I don't know if they still do.
What's
but
the
this
Trapp
goes back-
family owns the place?
Well, no, it was sold many
A long time
years
ago.
many
No.
years ago.
No. One of the sons still owns it.
Still owns
Oh,
it.
We
okay.
looked it up.
Then it must be where this person's related. I used to work with them.
Yeah.
And this goes back 40 years ago. And they worked in our Hartford office, and that was where they spent much of their spare time was up there.
Yeah.
Their family was part owner. I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, one family member bought out all the others.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And grandmother had been there that morning, I believe. There was a Von Trapp on the premises.
Yeah, there was Christina
day.
Von Trapp, who is probably the grandchild of the Trapp children, probably.
Yes.
I mean, like the great,
Yes.
like Maria was her great grandmother or something like that.
Right.
So we all go into the lodge to get a seat, and they tell us that there were no tables for us, but we could sit at the bar and eat, but we could only drink at the tables. They wouldn't allow us to eat at the tables.
Interesting.
And somehow or other, we ended up, we left the place, and Kathy Casson stayed on for like, must have been 12 or 15 minutes, right? Well,
Yes.
Was it? Yeah. And she came out saying, well, we still can't get a seat. What was she doing in there? Anyway,
She got the guy's phone number.
Oh, she. No, she was trying to convince them, I think, and she learned that because of the lack of service people in Vermont because of COVID, they were really short-staffed. And so, therefore, they were only allowing the eating to happen at a certain place.
So she was waitressing.
I think she was bussing a table or something. I think, yeah.
She found out that if we called before 9:00 that night, we probably could get a lunch reservation for the next day.
Wow.
So that's what she found out.
Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. Well, we
But
were
we never
going.
called anyway.
No,
so.
we were going hiking the next day, so obviously we couldn't have.
And by hiking, you mean riding a gondola to the top of the mountain?
Well,
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
that'll
I like
work.
Bob- I
That's
like
it,
Bob's
right.
definition.
Yeah, right. So
We walked from the gondola terminal to the 40 feet to the peak of the mountain.
right.
Yeah, okay.
yes.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah. So we after we left the Von Trapps, we had no place to go, and of course it's Monday night, and a lot of restaurants are closed on Monday night. So we were busily trying to find a place, and we drove by this restaurant that looked like it was open. I can't remember.
Idle Time.
What was the name of it?
Idle Time.
Idle Time.
Yes.
Idle. Oh, that's a good name for a restaurant. I just
Opposed
got
to
it.
Idle Wild.
Idle Time. So we went in, and Amanda jumped out of the car, being the youngest of all these seniors that I think you were the youngest there that day.
Now, wait a
Amanda.
minute. The youngest of all the seniors.
Don't be calling Amanda a senior citizen.
That's
She is
right.
No, I
nowhere
wasn't.
near.
I was saying that she was the youngest.
See how quick we jumped to your defense?
I would not call any of us senior
That's
citizens.
darn right.
Oh, aren't
Oh,
you
thank
sweet?
you, thank
Social
you, thank
security
you.
cards notwithstanding.
Yeah, really,
Hey,
really.
I've been on the AARP list for about 40 years, so
Oh, so
Don't worry about it.
So Amanda goes into the restaurant and then comes running out and saying they have a place for us, but you were in there also a good 10, 15 minutes. We were probably going to leave you because we thought you were at the bar having a drink.
how do you think I got the table? It wasn't that easy.
It really wasn't that easy, but
There was a little bit of finagling.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, women really are able to take charge. And, in our group, somebody needed to take charge. Who was the leader of our 8 people? Who was the leader?
Not you, Bob.
See how quick he gives that away?
There is no leadership.
There was no leadership.
No.
There was no
We are a
leadership.
headless operation.
It's a cat herding operation, really.
Oh,
So.
gosh.
Yes.
But we managed, really. Somebody said, well, what did you do? I said, well, we got up in the morning and we...
We're all applauding the gnat.
The gnat.
Hey, gnat.
Gus the gnat.
If we all do that, eventually we're going to get him.
Yeah. We want to, before this program is over, that little boy, that little sucker is going right to gnat heaven. Gnat heaven.
I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.
Oh, my.
So at any rate.
I don't understand.
You're right. He's got too much time on his hands. Yeah.
Who in the world
What?
would think that 8 people could have such a good time. I said, in answer to the question, what did we do? Well, we got up in the morning and we had breakfast, and then we had tea, and then we had dinner.
We wandered
cocktails.
We wandered the streets of Stowe.
We wandered the streets of Stowe.
We went in search of ice cream at one point.
Oh, listen to this. Yeah, there.
Right.
Yeah, there. We went in search of ice cream. We had an ice cream cone. It was Adam's 59th birthday.
Right.
And so we all went out to buy little cards for Adam, you know. And we went to a covered bridge, everyone. A haunted covered bridge.
Covered bridge.
Yes. And then we went up.
Is that off of Route 5 in Vermont?
It was called Emily's Bridge or something.
No, it's nowhere near Route 5. This is in Stowe.
Oh, okay.
Stowe, Vermont. Yeah.
Stowe is nowhere near anywhere.
Oh,
yeah,
that's true.
So we go up to the bridge. We spent about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe a half hour there looking at a bridge.
We waited for the ghost. She never showed
No
up.
ghost.
It's
No
very,
ghost.
very disappointing.
Yeah. Then we went up in the aforementioned tram up the mountain. And we got
James was looking for the guy in the boat with the pole going up the gondola.
That's right. We got to the top of the mountain. Yeah, but you couldn't see. I couldn't see Brad's face. That's how bad it was.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah. No, we really. There was a big cloud up there, wasn't there?
Oh, it was very fog. Yeah, there was
Fog,
the
Bob.
top of the mountain was in a cloud.
Yeah,
and thus it was.
Which we
very
knew
foggy.
from looking up from the bottom. We knew that it was going to be a fogged-in
Yes,
situation, but it came and went.
Remarkably, you can tell.
But what's
just
cool
by
is,
looking.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what's
I'll be
cool
back.
is when
Talk
you go
amongst
up
yourselves.
and go above the clouds. Now, there's a cool thing to see.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think that happened. But the clouds kept breaking a little bit. I mean, there was, I don't know.
Oh, it was fun. Look, we had a couple of days away from here, away from our responsibilities with our best friends, and we spent 3 days laughing our butts off.
After all, that's
wonderful.
that's what a vacation or a holiday is all about: is escaping from what you do every day, just letting loose a little bit.
Yeah,
just have fun.
it's very strange when you think about it that you are able to go away with 8 people and have no one saying, where the hell is she or where the hell is he, or why didn't
You
did
missed us saying that, Bob,
Yeah.
because
why
you were the one we were like, where is Bob?
You were
That's why
you were the
never
missing
heard it because everybody.
I never heard it because everybody.
We'd say
I thought we did remarkably well.
We'd say,
remarkably
where
well.
the hell is Bob? And James would say, I don't care.
Yeah.
It was great.
But we rented. If you ever want to go on a vacation with 8 people, call us because we'll keep the conversation going for
Are you saying
hour
you're for
after
hire,
hour.
Bob? You
Pardon?
can be what? I want to
We're
go
a
on
group
vacation.
for hire.
I can hire you.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we're a group for hire.
Yeah, bring your own bus though.
Well, they'll.
I'm not driving.
You're not driving.
I'm not
Oh,
driving.
that's half the fun.
Brad,
Did it
It was
once in a
singing.
Huh?
I enjoyed the singing a lot more than I knew was going to be happening.
Oh,
there
Bob-
was a lot. There was some yodeling. There was some.
Yeah.
The
mountain
Wisconsin Happy Birthday song.
The Wisconsin Happy Birthday song.
James and
Yeah.
Bob taught us all the Wisconsin Happy Birthday
I'm guessing
song.
you can't sing it on the air.
I can't sing it at all because.
No.
Oh no! It's a perfectly legitimate.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, you could sing it on the.
Here it is. Here it is. Birthdays come but once a year. We are glad that yours is here. Happy birthday, Amanda dear. Happy birthday till next year. Chocolate
cake.
See, now I would offer to drive, but the last time I offered to drive a van full of people to a birthday party, they were all 9 and they were all little girls. And by the time I was 15 minutes into this with a screaming van full of 9-year-old girls, what was I thinking?
It's the same to be said about a bachelor party.
And we took them all to the Hookie Lao, which was like
9-year-old girls to the Hookie Lao?
well, for one of the shows.
Oh, for the show.
For the show thing, where they do the hula dancing and everything. And the girls thought it was great.
Got them all
My ears
scorpion
were-
bowls.
So lots of scorpion bowls.
We're
me.
trying to yodel, and in fact, you can't go to Vermont and do the hiking that we did, right? Hiking.
He keeps talking about hiking. Did anyone do any hiking?
I think he was more of a
I
stroll.
totally missed that.
It was a short stroll.
Okay.
Okay.
It was while you were taking a siesta.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was hiking all over the place. But you couldn't be in Vermont where the Trapp family is without singing that high on the hill was a lonely goat herd, and it became what do they call those worm things? Amanda, you
an
get those
earworm.
Earworm.
and an earworm
Stuck in your head.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You lady, oh lady, oh.
Well, it got stuck in our heads because Bob wouldn't stop singing it.
I couldn't stop.
How many people in Greater Westfield and around the world on WSKB.org now are going to have that stuck in their head?
Oh, it's a great song to say.
Oh,
there it is. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, that's.
We could switch them over to Edelweiss.
Oh, that's true. We did do Edelweiss. Yeah.
Oh, Bob,
all right.
I should have bought one for you up at the Von Trapp family lodge itself. They had a stuffed goat that you push one of the hands and it sings that yodel song for you.
Oh,
When is Bob's birthday?
November 20th.
Oh,
and counting. Yeah.
We might have to order one.
Brad, when you go up to pick up Amanda's shoes next weekend, you could stop in and get the yodel thing, which
The yodeling goat.
Yeah. Hey, time for a break. I think that the reason why we had such a good time is because we are simple people who enjoy simple things like talking to one another. So this is right?
And martinis.
And martinis. Yeah. Give me the simple life.
Which helps the other thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Here's Ella Fitzgerald. Give me the simple life.
I don't believe in fretting or grieving. Why mess around with strife? I never was cut out to step and strut out. Give me the simple life. Some find it pleasant, dining on pheasant. Those things roll off my knife. Just serve me tomatoes and mashed potatoes. Give me the simple life. A cottage small is all I'm after. Not one that's spacious and wide. A home that's full of joy and laughter and the ones you love inside. Some like the high road, I'll take the low road, free from the grief and strife. Sounds corny and seedy, but yes, indeedy, give me the simple life. But I never was cut out to step and strut out. Give me the simple life. Just serve tomatoes and mashed potatoes. Give me the simple life. A cottage small is all I'm after. Not one that's spacious and wide. A home that's full of joy and laughter. The ones you love inside. Like the high road, you take the low road. Free from the grief and strife. Sounds corny and seedy, but yes, indeed. Give me the simple life.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday. It's August 17th, 2021 and counting. My name is Bob Plaster. This is Westfield on Weekend Shows. For everything Westfield on Weekends and beyond, you can go to westfieldonweekends.com or see us on Facebook, and it will tell you about everything that's happening, including Pumpkin Fest later this fall and all kinds of wonderful things. And there's going to be some surprises, incidentally. We've been working hard in some new things, and they'll be happening in our great location in downtown Westfield on Elm Street at 105 Elm Street. And I hope you will go to westfieldonweekends.com or Facebook to find out all about that. Now, who do I have on the show? Well, I've got Amanda Brodkin, president of Kiwanis of Westfield, George Delisle on the international board of Kiwanis.
For now.
For now. We've got a mirror in Brad Cassin's house. It's a beautiful mirror, and you'll see it is just there. Brad Cassin is there somewhere. I think he's saying goodbye to his wife, who's on her way to work, probably. And we also have a empty seat here. This is Jay Pagluka, who is taking a break, apparently. Hey, Amanda and George. Amanda, what do you do for a living? I know that's a crazy question, but you're a really organized and wonderful leader. I just wondered, how do you make it in this wonderful world?
Thank you, Bob. That's a loaded question. I'm glad that I give the appearance of organization. That's it's a good start.
Yeah.
I'm starting a new venture, Bob. Thank you for asking. I am bringing to West Springfield, which is where I live, a publication called West Springfield Lifestyle. And your Westfield audience will be familiar with the concept because it is a sister publication to Westfield Lifestyle, which is a very localized, community-based monthly magazine that covers things like activities, organizations, businesses, just kind of a platform for highlighting the good things that are going on in our local towns. So my magazine, West Springfield Lifestyle, will be launching this fall, and it will be covering the West Springfield, Agawam, and Feeding Hills communities.
Ah, gotcha. And where do you, I know we get ours because we think, who is that wonderful woman that publishes the...
Candace Berube is the publisher. You should have her on your show, Bob.
I think she has been. She's been on somebody's show.
Yeah, I think she's been.
No, she's been on Harry's show.
Harry Rock show. Yeah.
Yeah, bring her in. She's a dynamo.
Yeah, but Candace publishes this great magazine. It's really slick. I mean, they really do a nice job. Have you seen it, George?
I have seen it. Well, some Kiwanis things have been featured in it. It's a really wonderfully done local publication. It's well worth your time.
And what they do is they highlight different businesses throughout the city, and it's really wonderful. So you are going to be the editor-in-chief and publisher and owner. How do you what do you call that? All wrapped into one.
I'm going to be
because you're working on it right now.
I am the publisher and the owner. I am about to sign an editorial coordinator, a woman in Agawam who's actually published a couple of books. She's a retired, she's probably younger than me, English teacher from Agawam High School. I've got a couple of local writers. I've got local photographers. So yeah, I'm going to be probably not doing the writing. I'll do a little bit of the writing, but right now my focus is on building business partnerships with organizations that want to be a part of it through advertising and through editorial coverage.
I see. Now, do you have to be in West Springfield in order to be able to do that?
No, I'm
Or
working
Agawam
with,
or Southwick?
no,
Oh, Feeding Hills.
you-
Wait a minute. Agawam, what's the area you cover?
my market is West Springfield, Agawam, and Feeding Hills. But I do have partners who are on the periphery, near those areas that want to be in front of the readers in those three communities.
Ah, gotcha. Well, how exciting to have your own magazine. Wow. It's like your very own Oprah or whatever. What is the
Sure.
O magazine? Yeah.
Yes, we can call it the A magazine, but I'm going to
yeah.
stick with their suggestion of West Springfield Lifestyle. I think that'll be a little more descriptive.
Terrific. So if you're a business or you know somebody that might want to participate and become a partner in this great magazine, you can you could email me, or you can how do you do it, Amanda?
Well, you can do a quick search on West Springfield Lifestyle. You can contact me through Facebook. I have got a West Springfield Lifestyle Instagram. I don't know. Have you guys done Instagram at all? This is a new endeavor.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, Pete, you're younger than the rest of us.
Yeah, no. This
This
is
is
the one
a-
where you take pictures all the time. You have to send
Yeah.
pictures all the time. Yeah.
It's related to Facebook. I'm finding it a little different just in terms of how people
It's
use it
cumbersome.
and interact with it. It's not as intuitive for
Right.
me, but again, I've been doing Facebook for 10 years and I've been doing Instagram for a few months, so I'll get there.
Yeah. Well, great. Amanda Brodkin is spelled Brodkin as in Nancy. Now, Brad, my insurance lad, George has
Yes.
a couple of questions. Ask him an insurance question. George.
Actually, before we do that, I want to sneak one thing in here.
Oh, sure.
2022 will be the 100th anniversary of the Westfield Kiwanis Club.
100
100 years. We founded in 1922. 2022 is coming up. We're planning a pretty substantial celebration. You're going to be hearing more about our 100th anniversary in the year to come, and I just wanted to throw that out there.
I can't wait. Oh, good. Well, I'll help you with that. You guys are. I'll come out for that one.
You're a member.
would hope
You're a
so.
member of Kiwanis, Bob. We kind of hope you'd show
Oh
up.
well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe I'll pay my dues twice. At any rate, George, do me a favor and ask Brad an insurance question. Brad, our insurance lad.
Brad,
Yes.
what has the COVID pandemic done to insurance in New England? Has it had an effect on homeowners, on car insurance, on something else?
Overall, we haven't seen too much of a change on the insurance. It doesn't really affect your policies because COVID isn't covered. There's no coverage for COVID itself. Where we will see the changes is in the businesses that have workers' comp coverage and have general liability coverage, because a lot of that stuff is based upon sales and based upon payroll. And obviously during the COVID, a lot of companies cut back on their payroll, their sales aren't there. So we're going to see those premiums at audit. And, when they audit those policies at the end of the policy year, we're going to see money coming back to the customer because they didn't use as much payroll, they didn't use as much sales. So it lowers their premium. So that's where we see the effect of it. People are still buying cars. People are still buying houses. That hasn't changed. That hasn't slowed down. So
During 2020, when everybody was kind of shut down, did you see a lot of money coming back on auto policies? Because I know USAA refunded me money because I wasn't driving a lot.
I had the same thing happen.
All the companies offered a credit for, like there was a 2-month credit during COVID not this past spring, but the spring before.
Right.
And now everybody's, because they haven't been going anywhere, haven't been driving, now you get a lot more people with low mileage credits showing up on their policies. So, the auto policies have gone down a little bit in some cases, but it all has to do with your driving habits. And since we're not driving, your rates go down.
Are you seeing people buying more toys like motorcycles or jet skis?
I have not really seen too much of that. And sometimes people buy jet skis and some things like toys like that. And they don't tell us, so I don't know about it. But not everybody insures those. So
And
I'm sure there are people that-
should you insure those things? If
Sure. There's a liability exposure there that people just think their homeowner's policy covers it, and it doesn't always cover it. So you buy that stuff, you really need to talk to someone and talk about insuring it, because there is an exposure there that if you injure somebody with it, you're on the hook.
Oh, you're on your jet ski and you run into somebody, or you have an accident.
Yep.
Good question.
Yeah.
Is there any other kind of thing like a jet ski or a motorcycle that folks buy that they probably don't know they need to insure? I mean, like,
Oh, you got your jet skis, your quads, your snowmobiles, all of those things, you can insure them. Where you run into a little bit of an issue is when you get into things like these motorized scooters.
yeah.
Now, that's a motorized land conveyance vehicle, and that's the definition that the insurance companies use.
Sure.
They're not covered under your homeowner's policy.
It's a car. They could consider it a car.
It's a mode of transportation.
Yeah.
The only time motorized land conveyance vehicles are covered as if they are used in the maintenance of your property. So you could buy a quad and use it to plow your driveway. It's covered under your homeowner's policy.
Or a farm tractor or something like that.
Farm
right?
tractor, any of that stuff, yeah. But as soon as it leaves the property, your premises, if you go across the street and plow your neighbor's yard, no coverage.
Hey, Brad, I have a question that's very specific to the pandemic. All these people that bought a whole bunch of equipment for a home office, should they be adding that to their homeowner's insurance policy to cover that equipment? I mean, you buy a home office, it could be $5-6 grand you're spending. Computer, printer, monitors, desk, things like that. Should they be adding that to their as a specific rider?
It's something they should do or could do. It depends on how their home office is set up. Just buying a desk and a chair or something like that. But you don't have people coming and going in and out of your house. It's maybe not really as important as if you really move your office to your house, and that's where you do everything. And people will come there, then you probably should look at it. It depends on the situation, depends on the client, and it depends on exactly how they're doing it.
Because I actually did
Kathy,
that.
my wife, they sent her home with all of the stuff from the office to work at home. So we just plug it all in, leave it in the living room, and that's where she works. But none of the stuff is ours. But there are some people that have, bought a desk, bought a chair, that type of thing.
See, the other thing is because I now have a kind of a secondary studio at my house, I actually added that to my insurance policy in case something happened and I had to replace that cost for the city.
Well, yeah, in that situation, yeah, you've spent a lot of money to set up that studio, and that is correct. And some people, don't get quite as elaborate as what you've done, but you did do the right thing by insuring it.
Is a home office something that you have to insure? I mean, that you should insure? I'm just thinking of somebody.
You should notify your insurance carrier and talk to them about it, because some companies just say, don't worry about it. Some companies have to put a rider on it. Depends on the circumstances.
Hey, Brad, I want to get back to the motorized vehicle question.
Yeah.
If I and this is theoretical because I'm never going to do this, but let's say I buy a quad for off-roading.
Yeah.
That's not going to be a registered motor vehicle per se.
Right.
Can I still insure that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There are companies who will insure those, and you buy the liability and comp and collision if you want to, because sometimes you buy those things, you got to take a loan out for it, so you got to insure them.
Yeah. Now I was out walking the other day. Hiking, as I like to call it. I was hiking the neighborhood, and I saw a young boy, must have been about 7 or 8 years old, maybe less, maybe 4 or 5, I don't know. I have trouble knowing the ages of kids, but...
Well, when you get to our age, Bob, it gets harder.
They all look the same.
Oh, my God. They're all young. But there was this young kid in a motorized toy. I mean, he was in the car, and he wasn't. It was actually motorized. And I was thinking, geez, what if he got into an accident? What if he hit me? Would that be? Would I have been hit by a car
at 2 miles an hour?
Or 2 miles an hour. Now I don't know. That sounds like a crazy question. But what if you got you motorized a bike for a kid?
Right. Those are things you got to think about, because if you have a motorized bike and you're riding on the road and you hit a car with that, you could be responsible for the damage to the car. Granted, the kid on the bike is probably gonna get the worst of it, but you could be responsible for the damages of that car if your kid was riding a motorized vehicle.
And a toy is a motorized vehicle, as far as the insurance company is concerned.
Yeah, I'd hate to try that with the claims department, but that's how they look at them. They do say that they are a motorized vehicle, not covered. So
one question now, this is a differentiation. Does it have to be a combustion engine, or are the electric bikes in there too?
Motorized.
Okay, it has to be combustion.
So that toy that Bob saw was probably battery powered.
Right.
But a battery powered then doesn't. If you've got a 6-pack of batteries on your bike, that's not considered a motorized vehicle?
It's got a motor.
Yeah, sure.
It is. It's powered.
Sure.
If it's powered, it's motorized.
Actually, I'd be concerned about all of those motor, and you mentioned them, Brad. Those scooters that you see kids standing on.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
you see them.
They look so dangerous.
Segways, things like that.
Yeah.
Well, segways,
motorized skateboards.
Yeah, motorized
there
skateboards.
There are a lot of cities where you can. Those things are there for. I guess you pay something and you can just pick one up at a stand and ride it all over the place and then put it back in another stand. I mean, I've seen them in Bloomington, Indiana, and some other.
They're in West Springfield.
Are they?
We have electric bikes in West Springfield, but those are bicycles.
They're bicycles, but they're electric.
Oh,
so those are owned. Those are owned by, I don't know, the city.
XYZ company. Yeah,
they're owned by Valley Bike locally, and I would imagine that I would assume that the responsibility for insurance is on the owner of the bike, not the rider of the bike.
Well, it's the operator of the vehicle is going to be responsible too.
But if I get on an electric bike here in West Springfield and I ride it across the bridge into Springfield and drop it off, while I'm riding it, the insurance responsibility lies on the electric bike company, right? Not on me as the rider.
If you cause an accident, why would they be responsible?
Because they own the bike.
But you're the one that caused it.
Ooh.
Now that would be covered under your regular car insurance policy because you're only renting a vehicle, no?
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's fairly new to this area, so we're really not. I haven't had any claims or had any situations with it. So what's that?
That's an article I want to put in the magazine for spring, Brad. So when we get to that point, I'm going to talk to you about. Now the focus is going to be on the bikes, not on the insurance, but that's a good angle.
Yeah. Oh, it sure is a
Something
good
to think about.
Sure is a good. How long have you been doing this? How long have you been, my Brad, the insurance lad man?
Well, I've been your insurance lad since just about the time you moved back to Westfield, but I've been doing this for 35 plus years.
Oh my gosh. Holy God. Do you ever get tired of the claims?
Not really. It's claims are interesting because you never know what you're going to hear. You hear all kinds of stories. Some are funny and you got to laugh, and some of them are really tragic and what have you. But you never know what you're going to hear and with claims. And
well, we don't.
That's why it sticks out.
Yeah, I'd love to hear a funny claim.
Bob, that's why I enjoyed dispatching so much.
Oh yeah,
for 13 years.
Yeah.
Well, I had a guy years ago that called me up and said I was cutting down a tree and the wind took it and it fell and landed on the roof and punched a hole in the roof. And I said, yeah, okay, fine. Well, we'll get the claim going. He calls me back an hour later. He says, I can't do this. And I said, why? And he said, there was no wind. I just was stupid and I cut the tree the wrong way and it landed in the house. And he says, I can't file a claim. I said, yes, you can file a claim. He said, why can I file a claim? It was my fault. I said, but you can file a claim. There's no exclusion for stupidity, so you're good.
That's awesome.
Brad,
Really?
Brad, that statement will come as a relief to a great many of us.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. Has the insurance world, you take a lot of heat, of course. We're always if you're going to if you're not going to yell at a lawyer or complain about a lawyer, you're going to complain about having to take out insurance or that the insurance salesman who's trying to put fear in the fear of God into you so that you buy more insurance. I've never found you to be that way, incidentally, Brad Casson. But, I just wondered, in this insurance world, and has the game changed? Is it a different business now than it was 35 years ago?
Well, let's go back to the auto insurance. I'll use that one as an example. That has changed a lot because 12 years ago, the state of Massachusetts went from the fixed rate system, which a lot of people still remember that, to the competitive rate, which we have now. And in the past, what we would do is every January, they'd set the rates. Everybody would pay the same rates and off we go. Now, everybody has different rates and you got to adjust them. And you go to this company, it's one rate, that company's another rate. It's been good for some of the consumers to go out to be able to shop around. But overall, the rates have gone up. So the fixed rate was actually, you think about it, a lot easier and a lot better premium wise than it is now. The other thing, it made it a lot easier for us as agents because someone came in, I want auto insurance. I said, all right, here's your price. Give me a check. Here's your paperwork. Off you go. Bingo. Now I've got to quote it with 12 different companies, see which one's the best rate. And are they eligible now? Because I can deny coverage to people if they have, claim histories and things like that where I couldn't before. So that part of it has changed quite a bit. Homeowners hasn't really changed except the value of properties have gone through the roof. I used to insure houses, for $150,000, $200,000. Now, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 is not uncommon. So, that's some of the stuff that we've seen on the personal lines. Commercial lines, kind of the same thing. Same type of thing has happened. So.
Yeah. Are there more insurance companies now than there ever were? I mean, and I wondered about the ones that we see advertised on television. I'm not talking about the national companies like Aetna or any of those, but sometimes you see an insurance ad that, that sounds kind of, I don't know. There's something funny's going on in Denmark.
Do you want your insurance to come from a gecko? I'm sorry. No.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I don't.
That's not fair.
No, that's not fair. I had no idea that was an insurance company. I watched those commercials for years, and that little gecko. I said, "What the hell is this?" Same thing with Flo. That's an insurance company, isn't it? Progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea.
The big thing I've seen in my industry is when I started 35 years ago, there was probably 10 different insurance agencies in Westfield, 10 or more.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, you've got a half a dozen, if that, maybe 5, and 3 of them are owned by larger corporations outside of Western Mass. Mm-hmm. So a lot of changes have come through that way. I did merge with another agency, but still it's a small family-owned agency located in West Springfield. Right. So, but some of these things are big conglomerates that are all over the place. And that's where we've seen the big change is the independent agent, the local, Joe down the street is gone for the most part. Now you're getting, you've got people in town, but they're part of a much larger organization.
I think that piece is a shame because my experience and Bob, you'll agree with this is I take great comfort in the fact that if I have a problem, I can call Brad Casson and say, "Hey, Brad, this happened."
That's exactly right.
And I have a local agent who I know and trust, who I know will deal with this. And do the best you can for me. If I called the Lizard or Flo, that's not going to happen.
No, it's so true. And Brad will tell you that I've driven up to his place and I've just said, I just got hit, and he's come out and taken a picture. I mean, sort of like drive-in service. I think that's happened 2 or 3 times in my history.
Bob, you're skilled enough now that you can fill out accident reports all by yourself.
Yeah, you're I don't know. Yeah.
While he hikes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh man. While I'm hiking. Hey everybody, look at we've had the hour and a half has gone by just like this. We've gone all over the place. Brad, for insurance purposes or for folks who might want to get in touch with you, how do you find you? Where are you?
I am on 104 Elm Street, right across the street from the Wow building on Elm Street.
That's right.
Right next to the Westfield Gas and Electric. You can call us 568-1243. We
Right.
are there every single day right now from 9 until 4. So
And Cassett Insurance.
right. What I always say to
thankful.
people when they want to go to a national company, I'll say you can go to a national company, but when you need to talk to somebody and get your hands around their neck, you're not going to do that. My neck is right here. You can put your hands around my neck whenever you want.
Oh no, we're not gonna. No. We need you to come back. We need you to go away with me and help me to hike in another area of the country. Amanda Brodkin, thank you so much. Kiwanis, if you want to join, you come to the meeting a week from this Thursday night, or check out, what's your website?
Go to westfieldkiwanis.org, westfieldkiwanis.org.
Great. Hey,
Find
everybody.
any of us on Facebook, and we would welcome your participation. Come check us out.
Fabuloso. Great. Hey, I love you guys, and I'm going to go out with another song by Nancy Griffith, but she's singing with Odetta and the Indigo Girls, James Hooker, John Gorka, Dave Mallet, and her father, Marlon Griffith. This is The Lion Sleeps Tonight, but it's really called Wimowet. It's an old song, but it wasn't an African song. It's a song that was written in 1939. Look online about the Lion Sleeps Tonight. You'll read all about it, and I'll tell you about it sometime. Meanwhile, donate, get out there and volunteer, and have a great day, everybody. See you next week. I'm on Ken's Den in a bit. See you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
everybody.
Bye.
Love you.
Hey, oh,